Good morning, everybody. It's time to get up. It is about 35 degrees outside and 75 inside. I've only got that thing set at about 68. And it's about 1 million below back here. Whew. Chilly. 12.64, 12.5, 12.3, and 12.4. So 12.64 volts. It doesn't appear that anything's charging yet. Nope. Getting a little bit on the east or the west side, about 1/10 of a volt. But that's good. Considering, that's really good. I'm not having a problem with that at all. So, what do you think of this view out here? This is just something. Oh boy. And back spasms. Oh boy. 35 degrees and I'm running around in my underwear. Yay. That is pretty. There's Sue's electric fence. I guess it's working. I'm not going to stick my hand on it to find out. The Bobcat was here last week. I got two pictures of him. He was here the first night that I was here. We call him Bob. I think today I am going to finish this. See what the temperature is. Get myself all dressed up and go for a ride. I need to deliver that cherry juice. Cherry juice, that's good stuff. If you got gout, cherry juice is really good. Just take a shot glass full in the morning every day, and it dissolves the uric acid that builds up in your feet, and it's really good for you. Gout is caused by uric acid. Uric acid is caused by all kinds of stuff. Don't eat spinach if you have gout. I found that out the hard way. Twice, actually. I love spinach, and I tend to eat a lot of it. And I ate a lot of it one day and couldn't walk for about a week. And the doctor that I went to, had to go to the doctor, actually told me, he says, take tart cherry. And it works. The tart cherry in my drink that I make, it's really pretty good for you. I need to do something with this. Either get it out of the window or put a cover on it. Probably do that too. If I get to town, I'll see if I can find a cover. I also forgot to run a 110 line, so I have to do that. That's 110 volt air conditioner. It used a lot of current, and when we use it, I'll probably put it on the generator. for most of the time. We'll see. I'll try it without, see how it does. The two things that I need to buy are a cover for that, and I need a microwave. I love microwave popcorn. I can make other popcorn now. Duh, why don't I just do that? I don't have to have a microwave, but that's something that I need to research a little bit better. I've done the research, they will work, but I just want to make sure that I get one that's going to be good energy saving type. I love it out here. I just love it. You get down here and you don't want to go home, but you start missing the dogs. And when you start missing the dogs, you got to go home. I wouldn't go home this week, but I have a doctor's appointment on the 1st for my knee, and another one on the 8th for my knee. I would like to do something about it, but I don't know if I can yet or not. It is clear as a bell out there. Well, I guess there's a haze up there. Kind of some light, skiffy clouds. All that land back there is mine. Pretty neat. All of that. Everything going that way for about 2 or 3 tenths of a mile. Everything that way to the road. And almost all the way to the observatory down there. Just maybe 200-300 feet from the observatory is mine. Yep, it's chilly. I'd like to get my ham radio stuff working out here, but there's so much interference from that inverter. You have to turn the inverter off to get anything, and I don't have a 12 volt HF rig. I need a 12 volt HF rig. So we'll work on that. I have lots of shortwave stuff that's 12 volt, but no transmitter that's 12 volt. But, well, I'm gonna get cleaned up or just go back to bed. Decisions. What time is it? Where's my phone? 7:14. Well, we'll get something done here. Okay, I'm up and around, got my shower. It's 40 degrees outside. I was going to start my geocaches downloading for the day. Watching Fox News. Everything's good. Going to be a little breezy outside. I really need to take the drone over to the other lot and do a video over it so I can put it up for sale, but it's too windy. I guess I could just go over there and take some pictures. I may have to do that. I got a bunch of receipts here in the sink. I don't know, if you're building something like this, a lot of stuff is tax deductible. So what I do is I take my receipts, and I can't open the plastic bag. I get myself a Ziploc, and I put all the receipts in the Ziploc. Now the IRS, if they audit you, they want copies. They want to see the receipts. And a photocopy or what's on your computer, if you scan them, if you scan your receipts, they are perfectly admissible to the IRS. So that's what we're doing. And keeping a log of what everything is, who paid for it, how much it was, what it was, on the computer also. That works really, really well. So make sure to keep all your receipts when you're doing this stuff. I was reading Lisa's post about her guest room, and I kind of agree. Maybe we ought to have a giant, everybody who is off-grid have a big party somewhere. You never know. Maybe here I have 100 acres. We ought to be able to fit everybody. That would be fun, I think. But I'm going to get started and see how much further I get today. Oh yeah, I was going to make some juice too. Now this is my juice. I'm going to do it in like this today. It's a little hard to get out of the whatever this thing is over here in the refrigerator. Have to have the morning juice. I've got stuff on top of the refrigerator. That's not going to be there forever. Shake it up good. Get the lid off if you can. If it's too thick, it won't pour. Shake it up a little bit more. This is really thick stuff. You can thin it out with tea or more juice or whatever you want. But you got to consider it's the whole fruit. It's not just part of the fruit. It's the whole thing. Bananas with the peels. Oranges with the peels. Grapefruits with the peels. You have to have the peels or it won't work. You don't need too much of it. I'm going to do about 3/4 of a glass. That's plenty. I've got a little bit on my countertop there. The whole lemons with the peels. I was reading about cancer cures. I don't have cancer. I don't expect to ever have it. And lemons, I think you add cinnamon. You run the lemons through your grinder, or your not your juicer, but your blender. I have a Ninja. And you use the whole lemon. Run 4 or 5 of them through your juicer. And pour it in an ice tray and freeze it. And then you eat the ice. You eat it. It's just kind of crunchy. And supposedly, freezing it releases the cancer preventive properties of the lemon. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I don't claim to be a doctor. I don't know if any of this is true. It's all hearsay. But what have you got to lose by trying it? Looks like poop, huh? It tastes great though. But what have you got to lose? And the last time I had my cholesterol checked, it was perfect. The last 3 or 4 times, I've got absolutely perfect cholesterol. And it's because I drink this stuff. This has got apple cider vinegar. It's got grapefruits. It's got almost a full cup of apple cider vinegar. I make enough of it to last a week and drink it twice a day. And it's got a lot of good stuff in it. I mean, it's all fruit. I thin it out with apple cider, pomegranate juice, tart cherry juice, just good for you juices, antioxidant juices. And it is really tasty. I mean, it is good. There's cloves in it. I put in cloves. Cloves, now I'm going to say this, it's good for the male enhancement properties. I read that somewhere, but it works. That's all I can say. What else? Cinnamon, cumin, turmeric. Got a lot of turmeric, a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon is good for your blood sugar. Turmeric is good for swelling, like my back spasms. If I wasn't taking the turmeric, it'd be a heck of a lot worse. You need stuff like that. There's just all kinds of good stuff in there. And there's nutmeg, thyme, I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's thyme. Rosemary. There is bay leaves, a lot of bay leaf in it. Bay leaf, it has a calming effect, and I think it works. I think it helps. You burn them and inhale the smoke. It's got to work both ways, so it's pretty good stuff. And I'm losing weight. This stuff has a filling effect, where you don't think you have to go out and eat all the time. So you feel like you've just ate. And then I've kind of cut back on the meat too. I still eat a lot of meat. You saw my steak last week, but not nearly like I used to. Yesterday I stopped at Taco Bell and had a burrito. But it's not like I used to. I mean, I used to eat a huge meal, and I don't do that now. This stuff really is good for you. It's got tons of vitamin C, tons of minerals. It's good stuff. I like it. It's good. But try it sometime. Okay, that's enough rant. I'm going to work on this. I had to get my camera back out there. I did get a couple shots of Bob the Bobcat. Roadrunner was only out there once that I saw so far, but I didn't go through all the pictures. And the rabbit. Got a rabbit out there. But time to get to work. Y'all have fun. Go back here and check the voltages real quick. 12.7, 12.4, 12.6, 5 amps on the east, 3 amps on the roof, 8/10 of an amp on the west, and 1 amp on the roof, for a total of 10.25 amps. Doing all right. We're using 11 amps right now. That's pretty good. Have tools falling on the floor. That'd be a good one to step on. One thing that worries me out here is getting hurt. I'm using these power saws and everything all day long. And all I need to do is trip over a tool. But back to work. Okay, since the wall here is rippled, I didn't put any drywall. I'm not putting any drywall on the back of this on purpose because there's a lot of wires behind here and I want to be able to get to them. I put in junction blocks. There's a junction block up inside of there. This one's going to be exposed where a lot of wires are all tied together. I'm going to have to open that back up pretty quick because I need to replace this with a single three-way junction box or switch box. I forgot to get one yesterday. I don't have one, so I'm probably not going to do it this trip. But I'm going to put this stuff on. Just kind of put it around there to help fill up the gap and keep air from coming out or whatever else. This stuff's really sharp. I just don't want anybody grabbing a hold of it. There's going to be molding around this where that is. I've cut myself so many times on this stuff, it's ridiculous. But that's the plan. Just going to use that foam on here around the box just to keep it sealed a little bit. But back to work. Okay, that's the back side of the switch plate, and it's just going to go up against here. Probably could have used a little bit thicker foam. Probably could have used a lot thicker foam. Should have put it on the wall first. Might have to do that. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, the top two will have to go on the wall first, so that's not a problem. Okay, the top one and the bottom one are on the wall. These two are on here, and it slips right over, so that will help seal up the switch plate. That's all I wanted to show you there, and I'm going to do the same thing up there. I noticed for whatever reason that this thing stopped working. The camera. I don't think I said any magic keywords, but I put in the 12-volt outlet, replaced this with a 2 instead of a 4, put in a 10 amp fuse back here for that pump. It's right here. I can't just pull that off, unfortunately, or I'd show you the cool stuff about it. Put this down again. It's all the stuff I did last time. If these fuses blow, then whichever fuse is blown will light up. Okay, put that back in. Drop the cap into Sue's battery. Then went around and I plugged in the pump. The pump is plugged in and working. Down here, I didn't show this in the last video. This is what I'm using for 12-volt plugs. You can see those. Okay, plug that back in. And we're off and running. Okay, that was just a remake of the video that wasn't there. I'll be back. Yeah, I got that wall kind of done. It's going to need some straightening up and a little cleanup, and I don't like how this particular section here came out, but we can work on that. I'm going to hook this one back up, but I'm going to show you how I'm doing this. I'm going to put in 4 USBs on that one and 4 USBs on that one when I put it together. So Gonna have to get out the big drill. I got the big drill out. Use a 1 1/8 inch drill bit and a wall plate blank, if I can find them. Got a bunch of them here somewhere. That's white. How about that? I do have some white ones. I thought all I had was beige. What you have to do, find some place to set the foam. Find my vise also. Now these, where'd it go? Here it is. These are 1 1/8 inch. They're just a hair bigger than 1 1/8 inch. These unscrew. Make sure I'm recording. I said something that could have been a keyword, I thought, but it didn't turn itself off. Set it aside. That's the one I don't want. And this is the one that I do want. That's the USB. Set it aside. Don't need this anymore. I do need these. These are the what hold it all together. You get out your vise. Unscrew it. This one's got a booger on it. It's a little hard to unscrew sometimes. Set your wall plate in it. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on this because it'll snap. Put that back out. Put this in there. Am I going the right way? Maybe not. Okay. Tighten it down good. I set this on here. I just eyeball it. Try and get it centered up as good as you can. That looks pretty good. You want to go really slow on this. Kind of more melting your way through than you are drilling your way through. This plastic is really thin. First hole. You do that twice, once over here. I'm going to shut the video off while I do the second one. The girls out there that are watching are probably hearing that noise going, ah, it's noisy, like chalk on a chalk, or fingernails on a chalkboard. It is kind of annoying. Get it all in on there. I'll leave it on. Can't hurt. I'm sitting here thinking, where are my safety glasses? That's all there is to that part. This will stick right in there. They screw in a little bit. I might have got the holes a little close together. Probably. I'm going to get out another one. Oops. Never a knife around when you need one. After I finish this part, I'm probably not going to do anything else today. I'm going to get on the bike and go for a ride. It's nice out there. It's in the 50s. That's riding weather. These come with some blue connectors. Got these off Amazon. That's what they look like, if you can see it. Unscrew this one. Yeah, I got it a little bit close together, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm going to put them in there sideways. Get the second one going here. I think what I can probably do is file off the edge, since I did get them a little bit close together. That's what it'll look like when it's done. That's all there is to it. They hook up on the back, plus minus. Pretty simple. But that's all there is to that, and I'll be back later. Here's the finished product. Works out pretty good. I got them just a hair close together, otherwise it's this is the way they're supposed to be. I'm going to put a dab of Gorilla Glue on the back. I probably won't have to. Gorilla Glue's kind of, it doesn't come off easy. Now to put it into the wall. We got to turn the TV down.
Of the United States uranium. And Bill,
okay, so I got that in, but I think I'm going to probably take this piece down and redo the socket or the wall thing itself, the power box, and push it back further because that's sticking out really far. And that's not hard to do. I may just do that. I'm not going to do it right now, but it's working. I got 4 outlets in that. Maybe. Those blue lights on those are super bright. I mean, they'll light up the room for you. Probably use those in the bathroom. Can't get that one in, but that's okay. Okay, that's all I'm going to do in here today. So I got the kitchen area walls up. This section here I'm not going to put up until we get, what do we need to get? Things. We get things. We get those together with cabinets. I can finish that wall plate. That's not a problem. And that's about it. That's about all that needs to be done there. I want to look at something real quick. I'll do it later. I bought some 4-hole blanks. I think I'll have to drill this out on both of them. And that way I can use a single 4-way blank in that. And the same with that one down there. I am going to leave the cigarette lighter plug in that one because there's things we can do we may want that'll need a cigarette lighter plug. This is going to be kind of a little desk at the end of this. Sue wants to put a chair under it. And we'll need something. I was thinking probably this will be where we end up plugging a whole lot of stuff in. I'm going to put a small little counter over here. You know, phones and junk like that all need to be plugged in. GPSs. Of course, when war breaks out, we won't have any phones or GPSs. So it ain't gonna matter. But I'm just hoping that everything I'm doing will withstand any impulse. What I need to do is get some extra charge controllers and put them in a safe location, and maybe an extra inverter. That's down the road. We will have to do that though. Probably after the fact, right? But anyhow, get this covered up so the birds don't fly in. I don't know if you guys remember when the bird flew in. I didn't think I'd ever get it out of here. So our voltages are we're at 35 amps charge, which is it's good. We're drawing 7.25 on the AC, 1.8 on the 12 volt. The east end is not charging. And it does, well, there it's cycling. It just hit 6 and dropped off. 6.1 and dropped off. The main roof is at 21.7. The east end is cycling. It's kind of all over the place. 7 amps. I saw it cycle when I just flipped it over. And the single on the roof is putting in 7 amps. So we're just up and down on amperage. We're setting at 13.8 volts. I checked the water in these. Still looks good. It's not even bubbling. Have to check them all though. Looks good. Looks good. Need to get a hydrometer. Check my electrolytes. Keep an eye on that. If I can unplug this drill, I'm going to go in and turn stuff off and go for a ride. Got the Yamaha out there. Oh, okay. Got a Harley too. I don't know if everybody knew that yet. It's up in Rawlins. I'm going to be switching bikes back and forth. I like to ride down here when I can. I haven't done that in a while. So, gonna probably try and clean off that wall so we can get to it and put some insulation up on that one. I need to get that done. It'll help keep it a little bit warmer. And when I get back, I may work on getting some insulation up there into that ceiling area. All right, I'll be back. I went for a long ride and dropped off the cherry juice, so I'm back. I got, what did I get? I got the one of the kitchen lights up. There'll be two more right there. I don't have any tees, no black pipe tees. So I'm going to screw around and take the temporary light down and hang on to it, probably move that bulb into the other bedroom because it's a lot brighter than the one that's in there. Move it in there for now. And possibly put another bulb in there, but I kind of doubt it. Not right now. Using up all my parts. This one here, the lens fell off of it. It's back over there in the corner. Haven't been able to get to it yet. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit brighter. I'll be able to find stuff a little bit easier in this room. So, not going to work very much because when I'm through with what I'm doing, I'm going to have to take a shower. I'm going to take this temporary light down. I already got the wires cut going to it. I must have already put away the drill. I sat down and watched TV for a little while. Ate a cracker. Okay, but that's where I'm at. And that's about it for the moment. I'll be back. Come outside real quick and check out the sunset. It's pretty cool out here. That's all I can really say for it. Something moving way out there. Very enjoyable. Okay, I got busy and I'm through being busy. I got the kitchen area all insulated and ready for, well, the kitchen area is done other than molding and cabinets. So that's cool. It's out of the way anyhow. I think I need to tighten one screw. It looks a little bit loose. And that's about it. So I'm going to give up for tonight. And what I've got up there is one there going north and south, one there going north and south all the way down, and then one going east and west all the way down. It took me 5 sheets to finish that little section. So we're good. It's done. It's out of the way. No, it took me 6 sheets total. So I got 2 sheets left over. I'm not going to try and. This section here is going to be a full sheet, and I'm not going to try and lift a full sheet by myself. I'll wait until Sue gets here. I have that lift, but it was still. You got to get it in there just right in order for everything to overlap the way it should. And it's up there. So I'm gonna get this one here started uploading, and we'll be done for tonight. That Full Frontal's coming on. I can't stand that show. It's just packs of lies. I'm not going to watch that. I'm watching Big Bang now, and if it wasn't for Big Bang, I wouldn't watch CBS at all. But we're done. Let's see. Anything else? I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might go back to Rollins. This needs to be put away. I might go back to Rollins. I might stay here and work on the skirting. I need to get the skirting done also, and really nice days. So I might do that. Anyhow, back to work or something.